Opening day of the highly endangered American red snapper season 2025, Orange Beach, Alabama. If you haven't noticed, Blaine and myself have never done a red snapper video because we choose not to participate in the overhyping of these fish. Tons of people await the announcement of this season every single year so they can begin their fishing season, when in reality there are tons of fish species open all year long that taste just as good, if not better, than red snapper. So in this video, we will target our snapper along with a handful of other species to show you just what is available to you at any time. And to boot, we will be fishing only public spots.
What is going on, Coastal Worldwide? Guys, welcome home. Today, we are about 30 miles offshore. It is opening day of snapper season. Blaine and myself are out here trying to get our limit of snapper with Doc Holliday, aka Patrick. He worked shark trips with us this summer, just got into town, so we invited him out today to do a little bit of fishing. We are knocking around some natural bottom here. Blaine just got the first keeper fish of the day. We're gonna move to more like snapper spots later, but we figured since we're out here on the edge, we'll check some natural spots, look for some scam grouper, some beeliner, vermilion snapper, and then we'll slide in and get hopefully our limit of red snapper today. We'll be walking you guys through like normal how we approach today, our strategy to red snapper. We've got some bait, we've got some slow pitch, we got the JYG swims as well, and we've got something pretty neat if the water quality will stay away that I think is going to make the difference today on finding spots and making sure they're good. It's something you've probably never taken offshore with you, and we've got it on the boat today. So hopefully it all pans together and it works out. Let's get fishing, baby. Yoo!
Those who fished this weekend know how tough the fishing was. Most of the time, bottom fishing is bottom fishing, but on this particular day, there was horrible water everywhere, and we had an earthquake in the Gulf not far from where we were fishing. But thanks to our secret weapon, we were able to save the day.
All right, well, hopefully you guys can hear me. So far today, it's been relatively slow. We were on track this morning. We went all around like natural bottom area, stopped at a couple snapper spots. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we do have a special tech that we're gonna be using today. And I think it's gonna give us confidence on these next couple of spots because these are areas we don't really go. In this boat specifically, we haven't caught a lot of grouper or anything like that. You guys have seen on other videos, it's really easy to go grouper fishing in other people's boats that have spots and stuff like that. Yeah. We don't have spots in this boat. So we're kind of doing some experimenting. So we've got a Westin camera here. We're gonna try and drop it down to the bottom and just see. It's an underwater camera, good to like 650 foot. We're only in like 370 in this spot. We've got some really high reliefs, some really hard rocky bottom. Actually, there's a crazy spot right there.
Wow,
that's insane.
nuts.
So that's a really good mark right there. So we are going to drop down that camera and get everything set up and see what it looks like down there. So let's check it out.
So here's lesson number one of the video, and something we've always theorized and heard about, but we weren't for sure until this moment. There was only a bad layer of water on the surface. In 360 feet here, the first 150 foot was that green silky crap, and then once we punch through it with the jig and the camera, you can see the water clear up and it gets very, very nice. We reach all the way to the bottom. It's actually pretty nice visibility down here, and the water looked very nice. So if you're fishing in green or muddy water, don't always get discouraged because that doesn't mean that it carries all the way through to the bottom. The JYG jig is going to reach the bottom here, and we're going to find out what we were marking on the screen, which most of the time are these small bait fish. I don't want you to get discouraged here either because there can be some giant grouper around these guys, and as you can see, they're very curious about the camera and the jig itself. We reach the bottom, I get a couple pitches in, and this happens with jigs and baits, but you're going to end up snagging one of these fish. Head happens from time to time. Sometimes you can free spool them, drop them back down to the bottom and catch a pretty big grouper like that. But on this occasion, we reel this guy all the way up. We're gonna drop back down, find more quality fish, but I just thought this was super, super cool to see that there was only bad water all day long just on the surface. So we got back over the spot and dropped the camera down. You heard me earlier talking about hard, natural, rocky bottom, and that's what you're gonna look for in that 200 to 400 foot range for scamp grouper, snowy grouper, and yellow edge. As we reach the bottom here, there's gonna be that same life and small winchmen and beeliners that were chasing the jig earlier, but right here, we noticed something very special. On this drop, I didn't get any bites, but if you take a look back at the camera, we actually had a small grouper following the jig. Now, was this a giant grouper? Absolutely not, but it gave us hope that we were in the right spots, in the right area. So after we reeled the camera up, put the SD card into my phone, saw this footage, we went back to that same mark, made 3 or 4 more drops, and we finally found the variety of fish we were looking for all day long.
All right, there's skips here. Yeah, I got some.
That's probably my first.
They got some crazy yellow mouths on them. But yeah, cool guy. Get him back.
There he goes. Adios.
Adios, amigo. Pretty cool on the semi. 330.
Well, it actually seems like I may have a pretty decent fish on. I'm either debating it's either a,
Scam!
Snowy! A
Yellow wedge.
Sorry.
A tiny yellow wedge. That's kind of shallow, bro.
That's my first yellow wedge
In the boat.
in the boat.
Yep.
Yeah. Patty got a little undersized scamp. I now have this nice little yellow edge grouper. Not ideal size that we'd like, but nonetheless a yellow edge. There's no size limit on these guys, so he's going in the box.
They're gonna eat good for sure.
We have the black semi 330.
Nice. This little hard bottom spot is happening, dude. I'm gonna mark this spot. We're gonna see what it's gonna be named, dude, in just a second.
You got color, baby.
Oh, it's another yellow edge. Come on, man.
Oh, dude. That's a better one.
That's a better one. They're getting a little bit bigger.
We just got smoked at 350 on the JYG.
The old semi, baby. Yellow edge, number 2. Show them blowing up a little bit. Come on.
Baby. They're getting bigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, now we've got a competitive streak for who's gonna get the biggest yellow edge in the boat. We don't meat haul often, do we, Blaine?
We don't meet, I mean, I would say tuna fishing's kind of
Meat hauling, I guess, yeah. I guess we don't white meat haul very often,
Yeah.
but. Alright, so we got this guy bleeding out. We got some fish in the box there, so we're gonna keep working, but that's what you wanna see right there. Just a little bit, come on, focus. Little bit of separation off bottom, that can be bait. And then a little bit of those returns. I mean, granted, if you had a better transducer, you'd be able to read it better, but that's exciting. Oh yeah.
That seems like a better fish, huh?
Nah. Like borderline might leave him. I'll bring him up, who knows? Who knows what it is? The camera knows, brother. I know, bro. You need to kick back out to, all right, I've got a spinning grouper. Oh yeah. Let's go, a little snowy action, baby. I've got my first snowy grouper of the day. I know some of you guys watching are just like, dude, that's a tiny grouper, let's put it back. Most of these guys do not release very well, even if you vent them. They don't have a size limit, but there is an aggregate limit here for grouper for this very reason. When these guys come up, so we don't catch 30 of them and be like, you know, it's not a legal size, but then they all end up floating out here like bobbers. So we're gonna take this guy home, second snowy of the day. Everyone now has a grouper on the Sea Pro, which is pretty exciting because this right here, believe it or not, is a tuna fishing, sword fishing, pelagic, deep water boat. But today we tried our hand at some bottom fishing on our boat itself and it worked out great. Grouper on the camera, super sick, and you know, I don't know, that's it. Hopefully some good food. And we're gonna take this guy home and clean him up and try to do a nice catch, clean, and cook for you guys too, with my wife, things like that.
What's he got coming out of his mouth hole?
Oh, he just threw up, that's sick. What is this? You still rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this guy just threw up. Check it out. A fish. Gruel. Dude, that that stinks, bro. It smelled. That smelled so bad. These guys are super cool though. Blaine's gonna get some tight shots on the camera. Dude, the white spots on them are super sick. And believe it or not, it's super dope when you get one that's like 30 pounds and not 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Get him, get him. Just reel. Are you snagged?
No, that's a fish.
Get him.
Down to the spool a little bit, not like all the way, just a little bit, yeah.
And then can you reel? Oh yeah, Patty, I'm coming up, dude. That's a giant, bro. Because he's coming up.
It could be a really big gag too.
Yeah, that's true. I swear I got those giant gags. Yeah, just keep that balance, and then yeah, when you can gauge, turn. If you ever want a perfect example of what these foundation rods can do, dude, this is, Patty hasn't done a ton of slow pitch jigging. He's able to set this reel right on the edge and just crank. And these rods are, one, affordable as all get out, but two, doing absolute work. That's crazy. I've got him. He is 135 foot coming up, 130, 120. He's coming up, dude.
Yeah, you don't feel like you got to torque the reel out either. He's really far off the bottom now, so like you can just take it real easy. Don't try to rip a hole in his face.
Bro, that's sick, dude.
That's a 40-pound jag.
That's insane, bro. All right, on the semi, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out so no one dies today. That's so sick, bro. That's a stud, dude. Woo!
Bro, they're easier to fight on that rod than like a conventional spinning for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's the slow pitch way, man. Don't stoke them up, don't get them crazy.
Man, he just smoked me. 230 feet? I thought it was just gonna be like a 20-pound gag though. I whooped his butt.
Yeah, that is sick, dude. Nice, bro!
Oh, baby.
Fat AJ.
That's dope.
No, that's a fish. Not a very big one though. Oh, a toro.
Nice. Dude, that's a new one.
Yeah, new species for me.
Dude,
They're called like something toro.
Yeah, something toro.
There we go. That feels like, kind of feels like a snapper.
Get it, baby. On the hindsight.
Yep. No, not really. I was kind of staying close to the bottom. Please don't get sharked or dolphined.
Snapper!
Yes!
Grab the leader and like really easily flip it. Oh,
Yeah! Get him in, get him in, get him in!
Boom! Let's go! Who's ever got so excited about snapper, bro?
Never have I gotten so excited about snapper.
Exciting, a little target, you know? We can actually keep them. I think that's like I don't know, it's the first time me and you in this boat have ever kept a red snapper.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Finally, the actual target species for the day, the American red snapper. I mean, this is no giant, but this is the target species. Super stoked to actually get one on the boat, and I think this is the first snapper to hit the deck during snapper season that Dylan and I have ever kept.
Ever.
I have pre-meeting Dylan, but I mean, in the last 4 years, I don't think we've ever
Targeted
red
snapper, bro.
or targeted them, really.
We're not big snapper dudes. We're back at the house. The guys are unloading all the gear out of the boat right now, and then they're going to get the boat cleaned. I'm going to work on the fish here. When I clean fish at home, basically I've got our deckhand sports bag here with all the fish on ice, properly taken care of on the water. I've got gallon freezer bags right here. I've got a knife that we need, and then I keep a cooler just full of ice, so when I clean the fish, they can go straight into a bag, pull tight, go down. If you plan on keeping fish or freezing fish, if we had a little bit more, we might vacuum seal them and do all that stuff, but all this fish is going to be consumed in the next 48 hours, so we'll be good there. I'm gonna go ahead and start right behind this fin. The snapper obviously has some crazy scales, so you always just wanna make sure that you have a sharp knife. I'm gonna go right up into the head here, walk down. I'm gonna make a cut on the back of the tail, and I'm just going to walk this knife towards myself like you're not supposed to, but if I'm right-handed, this is just how my brain works, so sorry, Mom. And then I'm just gonna make that same cut by the fin. I'm gonna walk around the best I can guesstimate. This is how I do it. Around his gut area without trying to lose too much meat. I'm just gonna walk here, walk down to the butt bone a little bit, and then find that backbone, walk along that backbone, and hopefully now I can make some really nice cuts, keeping some of that belly meat. Just swallow a bug. like that, you should get a nice fillet. I'll be able to trim the bones out later. Snapper should look something like this if you take your time. You got everything along the bones here, backbone, missed a little bit of belly meat there if I'm being harsh. I like to make a little cut for my hands to get a little grippies. I'm gonna try my best to go along the skin. I've always found if you lay it along the edge of the table, I can get my hand like really level with this fillet here. And then once I get enough skin off starting it, I can just walk it back and forth, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Most of the time, you're gonna get a really clean cut. And before I take that off, because I got a bunch of fish guts right here and stuff like that, I'm just gonna have a bag open. I'm just gonna plop this guy in here. This fish, this is like stage 1 of cleaning, what I would call it. I'm just gonna sit this fish in here, push it down, obviously let no water, fresh water inside the bag. But I prefer vermilion snapper 10 times out of 10 over red snapper. I think, ouch, just poked myself with this fence. You got me from the grave. I think the only hype behind snapper is the fact that there's a tight season for it and they've created some sort of hype behind it. Vermilions don't really have a season. They have a giant limit per day. You can just go load on them. And I think these guys, I mean, this is a bigger one, but these guys eat fantastic. Nice fillet right there. If it's all done correctly and comes off nice, you should get a vermilion that looks like that. That's good stuff. So I'm going to bag this stuff appropriately as well.
We don't put it on there, but I'll probably take it out.
Lesser right here in the slot, very nice, very clean, one of one species once again. So our third species that we've been cleaning here. Nice little backbone, everything showing. Really cool fish right here, and my favorite, hands down, 100%. All right, that is a great section of yellow edge right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just kind of what you hope for to have it come out with. Smaller fish, not too bad to deal with whatsoever. That's gonna be it. We're gonna throw the cover on the boat. We're gonna get the tables cleaned up, get the camera equipment put back. We've got 5 different species here, I think, so that'll be fun. See you guys when we do that. Yoo! Also, honorable mention, the bass tracker just got home. We had flotation pods installed back here, so brand new transom, brand new flotation pods. Up next, we're gonna take everything off the top, flip the boat upside down and give it a paint job at home. So we're going to paint this guy up. Once we get the paint job, we're gonna put all the custom console back on, the leaning post, cooler, obviously a pulling platform back here. We're gonna put those back on, give the boat a rewire, and then all we need is a fish finder, a brand new motor, and an iPilot, you know, just a couple things. But eventually you're gonna be seeing some videos out of the old 16-foot bass tracker. Pretty sick stuff.
Get on steam.
Oh, this fish looks good, 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 good.
Well, the fish does indeed look good, and that's because of the Ike Jime process that we were using on this day out in the water. If you guys have seen our 3-day Venice, Louisiana video, Andrew from the Ike Jime Federation was there cooking fish for us and explaining the importance of this process. So we practiced it on this day. We're no experts at it yet, but it did make a huge difference in the meat. Basically, when these fish come over the rail, you want to brain spike them as fast as possible so they don't bleed and put hormones into the meat. And then we run a wire down their spine to prevent any sort of slow secretion of those hormones into your meat. As you can see, this red snapper came out absolutely white and fluffy, and it makes the fish taste absolutely amazing and actually gives them a better shelf life. You can do this to tuna, swordfish, grouper, snapper, whatever you want. It did a good job on this one, and it made the meat taste great. So let's get on to the taste test.
I'm in the kitchen now
all the fish is plated up. Everything looks amazing. Thanks to my amazing wife who's putting our amazing daughter down right now. We tried to do, like I was talking about, a little bit of a try everything. So we've got 5 different species here. We've got vermilion snapper and red snapper that is blackened. We've got snowy grouper and yellow edge grouper that is more pan-seared in butter and olive oil. And then we did the lesser amberjack just in a light batter fried. We've got 5 different plates here, a little bit of extras. So we've got some pasta over here with Alfredo sauce. We've got some white rice. We've got some of the extra yellow edge grouper, some of the extra red snapper. Kirsten made a lovely like mango salsa here. There's some lettuce. There's some salad, cut up lemons, lime, cilantro, Parmesan cheese. Exciting. First catch, clean, and cook in the house. We just closed on a new house, so very exciting stuff in me and my wife's life right now. Getting to move into a house, not renting anymore. So it's all been great, but very excited about this. Very excited about this tonight.
You try yours too.
All right.
We'll try it at the same time.
Vermilion.
It's underneath. Yep.
Yes. Cheers. Have to go straight to the red snapper.
Yeah.
Same seasoning, right?
Yeah. That's spicy.
It has a little punch. That's not that spicy.
No, it's too spicy for me more.
Don't go after me like
It says
that.
too spicy for me more.
Red snapper. Got a preference?
I think. Yeah.
I think red snapper is my favorite, which I did say when we were catching them that
It tastes the same
vermilion.
kinda though.
Yeah. These open all year long, huge bag limit. These tight season, so
Do these next.
it'll be interesting to see that. I'm gonna dip it in sauce if that's okay. Is that legal?
Yeah.
Got a little sauce here. Cheers. Sorry, that was all with me.
What is this?
The lesser amberjack. You don't like it at all?
I don't think so.
It tastes kind of like nothing, doesn't it? I've done
It
lesser.
like tastes fishy kind of.
Oh, really? You might have got like a piece of bloodline in it then.
This one.
Grouper. This is yellow edge.
Yes.
Okay. Cheers.
This one you're excited about.
Yeah, I
isn't
know.
it?
I'm already smiling. You didn't think so good?
No, it is good. It just doesn't like I like spicy seasonings. on
Oh,
fish
really?
And stuff. Yeah.
You taste the seasonings on the fish? See, I like to taste the fish. All right. And then snowy grouper. Last of 5. Cheers.
I feel like they taste the same.
Really? See, I prefer the grouper, but I feel like the fish tastes good itself, so whatever.
Wait, you like that one better?
That was actually a really good piece that I got, but I do like yellow edge, so. All right, everybody else is gonna make their own plates and do something off camera. So that is our taste test right there. All the plates look lovely. Kirsten, thank you very much for working for the last couple hours to make all this food for us. We're gonna chow down. Thank you guys. Ew.